Sleep is a state of rest, during which the body recharges the energy it has spent during the day, restoring physical and mental health. Like oxygen, food, and water, sleep is also essential for our survival. Deprivation of it can lead to more or less serious health problems, up to death. Considering that we spend about a third of your life sleeping, sooner or later you too will have asked yourself this question: what happens during sleep? Let's go see it. Until the 1950s, sleep was considered a passive part of our daily life, where people were physically and mentally inactive. Thanks to the numerous studies that have since been conducted over the years, scientists have found that things are a little different. We know that different sleep cycles occur during the night, characterized by the alternation of two main phases, which are the non-REM phase, consisting of 4 stages, and the REM phase, consisting of only 1 stage. During the non-REM phase, the body slowly enters a deep sleep, from which it is difficult to be awakened. Melatonin is released, the sleep hormone that regulates the body's circadian rhythm and plays an essential role in sleep physiology as it helps us fall asleep. Melatonin is produced by the pineal gland, called the epiphysis, an endocrine gland found inside our brain. Once you fall asleep, your breathing and heart rate slow down, as do all metabolic activities. The eyes are steady, and blood pressure and body temperature decreases. The nervous system is less responsive to external stimuli, temporarily losing consciousness. Kidney function slows down, which is why you generally don't feel the need to pee as frequently during sleep as when you are awake. This occurs thanks to the release of vasopressin, also known as antidiuretic hormone. It is mainly produced in the hypothalamus and secreted by the posterior pituitary, and is released by the brain while we sleep to cause the kidneys to produce less urine, and thus reduce the likelihood of waking up before going to the bathroom. While you sleep, other body systems work faster. There is an increase in the release of growth hormone, GH, with more frequent and wider peaks in the first hours of sleep. During sleep, the skin cells are renewed, the hair lengthens, the muscle tissues are able to regenerate and rebuild the microlesions caused by daytime movements. During the first hours of sleep, levels of cortisol, also known as the stress hormone, decrease, allowing the body to relax. When the time to wake up is approaching, cortisol levels gradually increase and will peak upon awakening to provide the body with all the energy it needs to face the day. During the non-REM phase, communications between the different areas of the cerebral cortex are interrupted, causing a temporary loss of consciousness. While we sleep, the brain does the cleaning. Following a study published in the journal Science, a group of scientists found that cerebrospinal fluid flow into the interstitial spaces of the brain increases by 60% during sleep. Brain waves slow and decrease blood flow to the brain, allowing for a greater influx of cerebrospinal fluid, which washes away waste substances that have formed during the day and which, if not removed, could damage the brain. During the REM phase, breathing and heart rate increase, as does blood pressure and body temperature. You will be much more sensitive to room temperature, and the moment your body feels too hot or too cold, it will wake you up. Your breathing becomes fast and irregular. Signals are sent to the spinal cord to temporarily paralyze the muscles in your legs and arms, which means you won't be able to move. According to some scientists, it is a mechanism that serves to prevent physically realizing the dreams we do. The eyes move quickly behind closed eyelids. Hence the English acronym REM, which means rapid eye movements. Some studies suggest that these eye movements correspond to the dream scenes experienced by the sleeping person, as if you were watching a movie behind the eyelids. It increases brain activity, which is incredibly similar to that of when you are awake. In fact, it is during the REM phase that most dreams occur. It is a paradoxical sleep because even if you are sleeping, the encephalogram shows an awake brain. During REM sleep, the brain processes the information and new skills learned during the day, rearranges them, and participates in the consolidation of memory and memories, where it decides what to keep and what to eliminate. Forgetting is as important as remembering. During the day, our brain temporarily records a huge amount of information, much of which is useless and unnecessarily taking up space, just like in a computer. While we sleep, the brain, through a careful selection process, decides which information should be discarded and which memories should be forgotten, thus saving precious memory.